that seat pocket in front of you, you'll find a very neglected safety features card. Please take it out, pretend to follow along as we cover some very important information about this aircraft.
Good afternoon and welcome back to another video. In the last episode, we flew with Porter Airlines on one of their Q400s. Today we'll be flying with WestJet Encore on one of their Q400s and we'll experience their service. WestJet Encore started back in 2013 and is the regional airline under the WestJet brand. And they connect smaller communities where maybe the 737 isn't the best aircraft. Today we're starting in Thunder Bay and we'll be flying back down to Toronto, and the flight's at 4:25. So come along, let's check out Thunder Bay Airport as we start to make our way from A to B. Well, once again, welcome back to another trip report. And this was my last Canadian domestic flight of the summer of 2022. And a few days after, I would be heading back to Tokyo. Today started fairly nice. It was quite windy and I think you could tell from the footage, but at least the sun was shining. But we'll see that the weather changed on a moment's notice. Thunder Bay Airport is very similar to many smaller airports in the country, with the check-in and baggage claim on the first floor, with departures located above. And this city is served by all three large carriers. In the past, Northwest, remember them, and United used to service the city to Minneapolis and Chicago respectively, but now American-bound passengers must connect via Winnipeg or Toronto. The airport's also a critical link to the smaller communities of northwestern Ontario. Many of these communities are only accessible by air or ice road during the winter months. A glimpse of the departures board, and you're bound to see some of these rural communities. Recognize any? Anyway, as I often do, I don't have any baggage, so it's upstairs and through security. Post security is not terribly large, only having a handful of gates. Ours is gate 3 at the end. I like this little shop at the end of the terminal, a relatively new addition. There's plenty of freshly prepared foods, and you can pick up some delicious locally produced products. Another thing I always love about this airport is the large windows to easily see outside. As I mentioned earlier, the airport services many small communities, so you'll see many different aircraft that you tend not to at larger airports. By the time our plane arrived, the weather was starting to turn, and those clouds don't look too pleasant, do they? Today we're in 6D. On the Q400s, I prefer seats in the front or behind the engine for the better view, so I avoid rows 9 through 13, depending on the airline. With the summer storms passing through, we had a short window to take off and get underway, and we took full advantage of it. Today we're on one of WestJet Encore's Q400s, which was delivered back in 2015. Each have 78 seats, with the first 10, rows 1 through 3, providing extra legroom. And there's one lavatory located at the front of the aircraft. Our 1 hour, 50-minute flight would take us a bit south over Lake Superior and Michigan before jumping back into Canada to Toronto. WestJet Encore's Q400s come in a 2-2 seating configuration with blue seats, carpet, and gray seatbacks, a similar design to ANA's Wings aircraft. What do you think? Like on all Q400s, the smaller overhead bin may not be able to accommodate larger bags, and I usually have to remove some articles myself. The seats are simple and comfortable, and provide a recline function. Would you prefer these seats or Porter's style of seating on their Q400s? Let us know in the comments. Top of the seat back has a pocket for the safety card and menu. The table and net pocket are found underneath. The 30-inch seat pitch yields enough room, provided you don't have a large article below. Encore's Q400s are not equipped with Wi-Fi or IFE, so please bring your own. Entertainment, that is. And if you are a new viewer with Wi-Fi, why not subscribe for continued aviation and travel-related content? I already have some great trips planned for 2023, which I can't wait to bring you. The tray table is large enough to support a laptop or tablet, and is adjustable to provide a bit more flexibility. More importantly, perhaps, is that the table is also capable of supporting many delicious snacks that you can get during the flight. Encore has a nice little buy-on-board menu, suitable for lengths of flights the Q400 runs. The snack combo for $10.50 was exactly what I was looking for in the late afternoon, and went with a rum and coke and beef jerky. And the awesome flight attendant threw in the cookies just for fun. Right on. Time to sit back and enjoy the snack and the best in-flight entertainment planes can provide. In between the turbulence, I had a quick moment to check out the single lavatory at the front of the aircraft, and like Porter, hand sanitizer is provided instead of the waterworks. A favorite on the Q400 is watching the wheel assembly deploy. Overall, it was a nice flight down to Toronto, even with the few bumps. I enjoy the hospitality that WestJet provides. Their staff are very friendly and easy to interact with.
Alright, those are the magic words from the flight deck that we've started our final approach to Toronto. Please fasten your seatbelts and are moving about the cavities and washing for the remainder of the flight.
The cost of this flight came out to $174. Alright, so that's WestJet Encore's Q400, and overall it's another great flight. A little bumpy at times. You saw the air mass was a little unsettled. Actually here in Toronto it's pretty dark. I mean, it looks like it's 9 o'clock at night and it's really like 7:15. But you know, the crew did a great job. Nice service. I got that snack combo, and they said, "Oh, have a couple more cookies." So just a very happy, enthusiastic crew with that comedic element. So I really enjoyed it, and I really do like flying WestJet quite a bit. But a couple of things that gets perhaps some frequent flyers is, number one, they're not part of an airline group, Starline, Star Team, Sky Team, One World. And for myself, they don't fly to Asia, but if they do, I'll bring you that review. Let me know what you thought about WestJet Encore's Q400. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around next time.